Hey everybody, this is the screencast for Caesar 5.43. In this section, the Nervii have attacked the Roman camp, causing complete chaos throughout the Roman ranks. However, this day actually ends up as a memorable victory for the Romans, which we'll learn about in this chapter. Septima pugnationis, die maximo quoto, vento ferventes, fus lex argilla glandes, fundis et fervefacta iacula in casas, quae more Gallicos tramentis erant tectae iacere coeperunt. Alright, this section begins. On the seventh day of the attack, this Septimo Die is an ablative of time when, with a great wind, having sprung up, ablative absolute, and coeperunt, they began to throw hot balls from molten white clay with slings and heated javelins into the huts, which, by Gallic custom, which is an ablative manner, were covered with straw. Okay. Hae clariter ignem comprehenderunt, et venti magnitudinem omnem locum castrorum destulerunt. Hostes maximo clamore sicuti parte jam atque explorata victoria, turres testudines quageret scalis, valum ascendere coeperunt. Alright, so high here refers to the huts from the last section, or the men's barracks that are burning, that they threw heated javelins at. So these things, or the huts, quickly caught on fire, and the winds, by their magnitude, carried, we have to imply ignem, carried the fire into all places of the camp. The enemy, with a loud shout, then sicuti is basically sicut, meaning just as, so with a loud shout, just as a victory having been acquired already and investigated, another ablative absolute, they began to advance their towers and tortoises. So unfortunately aren't actual tortoises, but it's a formation of men in their army where they like hold the shields over their heads, which makes them look like a tortoise. And to ascend the rampart with stairs. That's the end. Okay. At tanta militum virtus, at quea praesentia animi fuit ut, cum undique flamma torrentur maximaque tulorum, multitudine premerentur sua quamnio impedimentat quamnes, fortunas conflagare intelligerent, non modo demi grandi causa de valo decederet, nemo sed paene ne spiceret quidem quisquam, actum omnes acerrime fortissimeque pugnarent. Alright. But so great was the courage of our soldiers and their presence of mind that, though they were scorched greatly by flames on all sides and pressed by a great multitude of spears, and they understood that all their baggage and property was burning. So this ut here started a result clause that where the verbs come in all the red here, so that not only did no one quit from the rampart with the purpose of fleeing, but practically no one person even looked back. And then they fought most sharply and bravely. Hic dies nostris lange gravissimus fuit, sed tamen hunc habuit eventum ut, eo die maximus numeros hostium vulneraretur, at interficeretur, ut se sub ipso vallo constipaverant, recessum quae primis ultimi non dabant. So this day was the gravest for our men. This is a dative of reference by far. But, however, it had the outcome that, and then this begins another result clause, on that day, the greatest number of the enemy were wounded and killed. When, and it's when here because these verbs are indicative, and so it makes it a temporal clause with ut. So when they'd crowded themselves under the rampart itself, and the most remote did not give the first retreat. So they were pressing in so close that the first ones who'd gotten in were not able to get out. Paulum quidem intermissa flamet, quodam loco turadactet contingente valum, tertiae cohortis centuriones ex eo quo stabant loco recesserunt suos quamnes removerunt. So, with the flames having been interrupted a little, this is another adverb absolute. Indeed, sorry. So with the flames having been interrupted a little indeed, both with the tower having been thrust in a certain place and touching, this is also another adverb absolute, touching the rampart, the centurions of the third cohort retired from their place where they were standing and removed all of their men. Suos is standing in for men. Nutu vocibus quae hostes, si introire velent, mocare coeperunt, quorum progredi ausus est nemo, tum ex omni parte lapidibus conjectis deturbati, turisque succensa est. Alright, so this is the last section. They began to call the enemy with commands and words if they wished to enter, of which no one dared to advance. As a side note, this quorum nemo is actually a hyperpaton because it's technically et nemo eorum, sorry. And this is just emphasizing that the no one is from the Neri is going a step forward. Then, with stones having been thrown from all parts, the enemy was driven off, and the tower was set on fire. Okay, so that's the end of chapter 5.43. Thank you so much for watching.